Hey guys, welcome back to The Outfit. I'm Chris.
I'm Ange.
And welcome to Cockermouth Island. We just arrived in our little inflatable true kit called Scallywag.
This is our home for the next 2 nights potentially.
Yeah, that was a 38-kilometer crossing. The mainland can't even see out yonder that way. Really rough crossing, actually. That was the roughest one we've done. The boat handled it amazingly, so we never actually felt in danger. It was just really rough and uncomfortable. So we're going to be here for a couple of nights. We may even check out another island tomorrow. The weather is meant to be superb, and one of the little surprises we're hoping to see, if you check this out, these are hatched turtle nests, 3 of them. So we're really hoping in the evening we can find some turtles that are hatching. That would be amazing. Gonna get some spearfishing in and basically live off this beautiful island.
Stay tuned.
Let's get stuck in.
Start it up.
Right, so it's currently high tide, so it won't get much higher than this. But just as a precaution, we put the boat a little bit high as we can right now. Got all our belongings out of the boat here. Trying to find a bit of shade. So now the goal is to find the right spot to set up camp. So we're probably gonna go for a little walk
Yeah, it's completely uninhabited, this island. There's no one around. There's no picnic tables, no toilet.
Yeah, it's a bit different
Just
than...
us.
Yeah, this is time we have no one. It's a Monday, so that's a good thing. There are a lot of islands around, so that's a pretty cool thing about this area.
Lots to choose from. Choose your own adventure, basically. So we're going to now hunt for a good spot to set up our tent.
All right, which way?
This way. So you can see the belly scrape marks here of a turtle. Look at that. So Mum came up and buried. So cool.
Ah.
So these are either big green sea turtles or they are flatback turtles. We're not too sure yet, but really hoping we can see some tonight. It's another massive track over here as well.
So we're gonna try to not have our tent right next to, I guess, the little spot, because I think they're quite noisy as well when they dig. I remember from seeing some videos.
It's just been...
It's crazy.
All right, we think we've found our spot. So I can carry that if you want. Do you want to?
The handle.
You sure? Strong woman. Okay. So here is base camp for tonight. Looks like a nice, good spot. There's heaps of shade, beautiful view. No bugs, hopefully no turtles here. Just clean it all out. Nice. All right, that's looking good. It's looking really good, actually. Nice tent spot. Don't want to be sleeping on coral. It's not going to be nice. All right, looks like we've got a good spot here, Ange.
Bit of cleaning.
Yeah, a bit of cleaning. Got the esky in the shade, water. Just bought this esky, it's the first trip with that on. So hopefully it keeps our ice for a few days. This is looking great. Really good. All right, let's get that tent out. Got a bit wet in the bottom there. Quite wet. I might need to check on the electronics.
Your cashew tent.
Easy.
French.
Yes, that's that store Decathlon, French store. It's a lot of it in Europe. There's a couple here in Australia. But yeah, they do make nice stuff. Really nice stuff, actually. Okay. Cool.
So for me, we've got one longer pole.
So the annoying thing about this tent is one pole is longer than the other. No way of knowing. All right, we'll chuck this one in here. Bit frustrating.
Okay. Nice. One.
Okay. Through here, pretty straightforward.
Fortunately, one of the pillow is quite soft.
It's looking good. All right, here on the airbed.
Airbed for me.
Airbed time. Definitely don't have all the pegs, but that's okay. Put a couple of sand pegs. Bit big, but never mind. Just in case the wind really picks up. How are we going? Smashing it. This is so easy to use, it's great. That back in there, open that one up. This one goes in here, and then blow in here. And roll it up. Cool. Look at that. Very nice. Little cocoon, sleeping liner. Where's the opening? There it is. Good. Pillows are drying. So I think I might go for a dive soon. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's probably good before it gets too low.
Yeah, a bit of water first. Definitely birds striking.
So Chris is gonna jump in the water. I'm just preparing the GoPro for him. We unfortunately have to use this underwater housing for the GoPro because we drowned 2 of our GoPros just kind of like snorkeling like 2 years ago. They were the GoPro 8, so maybe like the new ones, they don't have as many issues. I don't know, we just don't want to risk it anymore. So it's a bit annoying because the quality of the footage is just not as good, but at least we know that we're not gonna, you know, lose our GoPro in the water, literally. So yeah, I'll do that. And Chris is gonna put his wetsuit on.
Yeah. Time to get him a drink, I think. See if I can catch dinner. Lost my dive knife the other week, so I've replaced it with another torpedo, which is a Mackay one. It's an Italian brand, and I just got a Velcro strap for it, so I can, rather than having it on my belt like I used to, it got actually a bit annoying. I can wrap it around either my arm or my leg, which I'll do. And then I also grabbed a catch bag. So I'm gonna go for a shore dive now because it's quite shallow in here. If Ange goes out on the boat with me and starts being boaty, there's a real high chance that suddenly we won't be able to get back in. I don't want to risk that. So, because the boat would be way out there beyond the shelf. So Ange's going to monitor when the tide goes down low enough from shore that we'll get a rough idea for tomorrow how many hours we've got on the other side of high tide, because it was high tide about 30 minutes ago. So I'm just going to head out, and then that way if I get a cray or a fish, I can put it in my catch bag and still carry on hunting without having to come all the way back in. So the plan is fish for dinner, or crays. I'm okay with that.
I'll be fine with both. So I just flew the drone. Wow, it looks so amazing from the air. Even more beautiful. You can see all the reef, like the difference of colors of the water. It's a stunning island. Very glad we made it here. And I could spot Chris as well, so that was good. I could keep an eye on him. And funnily enough, I can see him coming back to shore. So that means two things. One, which hopefully is the option he's got a fish, so he's just coming back because it's probably enough and he wants to give it back to me. Second option, it did look a bit rough from the drone perspective, so I wonder if it's just not feeling good or he's thinking, yeah, he should probably come back and try a bit later. So we'll see what's the verdict. But yeah, I can see him just right there in the distance. Fingers crossed.
Alright, so pretty successful scouting mission. There's fish out there for sure. Lots of parrotfish and some baby coral trout, which is a good sign. I've come back in because the tide is fiercely strong, pulling me out to the ocean. As you can see already, in like an hour, it's already dropped at least 2.5 meters. It's a 5 meter tide here at the moment, which is big. But they get up to 8 meters in this area, so it's the largest tidal movement here in Queensland. So I'm gonna wait until low tide, or just before low tide, head back out. Might have to walk out onto the reef a little bit, and then dive then and have the tide pulling me back in would be better to shore. So yeah, but beautiful though, and there's fish, so still fingers crossed, fish for dinner. So cool. There's just this massive current right here. And we've got fringing reef out that way. I'm hoping that's kind of the best spearing spot, if it's not too rough. We came from all the way back there. Little shark just swam past. School of mullet coming in. Yeah, this is an awesome little area with just little islands dotted all around. It's really cool. Just went for a little scout. This is the most spectacular island we've ever been on. It's so beautiful. So we've just been spotting maybe 6 or 7 turtles in the shallows. Yay. Now we're having lunch. I packed burritos, which I made last night. What do you have, Ange?
I've got some red lentils pasta.
Red lentil pasta. So we always just pack our lunch first. Saves us having to cook up and use energy and water on the first lunch when we get here. So that works really well. So cold burritos for me, and then afterwards we might go back to where we were, check what the water's looking like, and then I might jump in again for a spear.
How crazy the difference an hour can make. This is the little sandbar we're just on. We're aiming to try to go across. Still looks deeper.
Only dry, shorts wet.
Oh no. Sorry, they probably dry fast.
Fast line.
Alright, it's time to go across as well for me. Oh, I know what you mean, the current. That looks really deep where you are. Oh no! Help! Alright, I'm gonna go a little different strategy. I'm gonna go a little bit more left than Chris. Almost made it! Yay! Whoa! That is insane. We are like walking on the reef shelf. Success. Alright. Now we've got a bit more to go. Hello.
Cool.
What is this?
A sea slug. See, it looks like a terrestrial one as well.
Huh.
Beautiful, look at that.
Wow.
Those are his eyes, those two things there. Grubby from the outside.
Do you know the name of them?
I'll put him in. It's a spider conch, I believe. He'll come out.
Hello. Here. Thank you. Alright, the verdict is on the left over there. It's very rough, so we're gonna go just ahead.
Yeah. Okay, ready to try number 2. Yeah, we'll just head straight out. It's really shallow now, so getting out there is going to be a bit tricky, but we'll do what we can.
Alright, so Chris is jumping in the water. I'm gonna try to go a little beach over there. There's some rocks, so I can potentially still keep an eye on him from there. I'm not too sure. I've got the rest of his like spearfishing bag and stuff. Just don't want to leave it here just in case the tide suddenly decides to go up, which it won't happen for another 2 hours, so we still got plenty of time. It's so shallow, it's crazy. That was a fun little adventure that we did. I'm gonna try not to fall. It's very slippery, this mud. Alright, across and I'll show you the view from there. So this is what it looks like on this side, and I can even spot Chris just right there. So I've got a good vantage point from here. It's actually much better condition than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be really rough for Chris. It's still not ideal, but it's better than going like too shallow kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully that works out. I'm just gonna kind of explore around this little bay and wait for Chris to come back, hopefully with some fish.
Oh, I was out there for hours, guys, but I did not get a decent fish, unfortunately. So upset, but it is what it is with fishing. So beautiful ground out there. There was nice big coral bommies, lots of little parrotfish, lots of fish actually, but they're all quite juvenile and young. The only big fish I saw, I did see 2 big blue bone, took a little pot shot at one of them. They, because it's very murky, it's like they're a lot more skittish than normal, and I just can't get close enough to these bigger fish to get them. So we're just gonna have the condiments and a little bit of carbs that we would have had if we had got fish for dinner. So we won't go completely hungry, but it's not gonna be much. So I'm gonna be rearing to go early tomorrow morning, that is for sure. And yeah, we'll try some new ground, and maybe I'll have more success when the tide is higher and we're off the boat. I'm in so much pain. We're gonna have to see if we can get back and get to the hospital.